Hello, Mechwarriors. Welcome back to Open Plays MechWarrior 5, Career Mode, all 4 DLCs, and modded. We are smack dab in the middle of Kestrel Answers Part 2, being the beginning of the new year in 3029. We are getting ready to depart from Tigris, having completed the missions here, and are running off to Sarna. 140 days of travel. You can pause and read this if you'd like. We're going to go ahead and hit the go button.
Sarna, capital system of the Sarna Commonality, and one of the jewels of the Capellan Confederation. For centuries, Sarna had been a beacon of industry and technological sophistication.
That's the
once
last
housing
battlefield.
Large populous cities across all of its continents, feeding a healthy commercial manufacturing industry. But, like the rest of the Ionosphere, the succession wars brought death and destruction to Sarna. Today, although it's only a shadow of its former self, it remains an important world. Its
That was the fourth
aerospace
battlefield.
and dropship manufacturing centers, combined with its centralized location in Capellan space, have made it a prime target for the Federated Sun's ongoing invasion of the Confederation. House Davion has charged the elite 5th Certis Fusiliers with taking Sarna. In order to complete our mission, we will first need to make contact with their commanding officers, General Gordon Hartstone and Colonel Anthony Harkness. But something seems to be wrong. Although we jumped into the system 7 days ago, I have not yet been able to hail anyone on the wideband Federated Sun's command channel. I'm getting nothing but silence every time I try. Even more disturbing, the local news is reporting that the Fusiliers have attacked and destroyed Sarna's HPG relay station, which has cut the system out of contact with the rest of the Ionosphere, spreading panic among Sarna's populace. Our mission to recover the stolen Mio codebooks is far too important for us to abandon. Whatever the odds, we must make contact with the 5th Certis Fusiliers and request their assistance in finding and destroying the stolen codebooks. Otherwise, the entire security of Operation Rat could be compromised. Let's just hope we're not too late.
Black screen awaiting. And the standard jump ship. They couldn't make that go away for some strange reason. Okay, it's because they're loading stuff back behind it. Well, since I did have to pay bills, what do you know? Okay. Note to self, it says, fix the Atlas A. Now let's take a look at the market before we lock ourselves in. Might as well lock ourselves in. He needs 5, I think. I've got 7 of these. It was a SRM-1, tier 1s that were in there. Yeah, these 5 in particular. I'll put these 7, or these 5 of these in. Four? No, I'm sure. Oh. Locked up on double heat sinks. How did that happen? How did that happen? How in the world did that happen? I really don't like my doubles out on the arms. That's more better. 20 days, but how did I get overweight? This is weird. I just pulled and put back. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. That should not have happened. And like nature, I should not be having singles in here. That should be my doubles. And I know I didn't do that. 27 days. 54. I kind of bought into it. I'm pretty sure that we're going to have the ability to run that. Okay. Oh, wait a minute.
This is ISIS.
So ISIS is out. And Revis is out. ISIS still hadn't top 60. But Opa's finally getting up there. But cannot get ballistics. Boy. Considering I use them and I almost always have ballistics, that's a pain in the butt. Here we are. You guys take a read. Hit the pause button. I'm going to scroll. There's the rest of it. Hit the pause button, finish reading. We're going to go in and hook up with the 5th Certus Fusiliers. In particular, one Captain Danu. Because everybody else is dead. Once again, forced to take salvage. But I'm going to come out of this with pretty good money. One way or the other. Hey, just a silly note. This is the Crater Cobra territory. We happen to actually have their badge. It's the only one we've actually gotten so far, I think. But, there we go. Confirm. No, we will not be using these mechs, I don't think. Because these folks are a little bit light for it. But I've only got 10 extra tons, so... Let's see, you are good in the Black Knight. So you'll come down to the Black Knight, 5 tons, but you would be good. I don't know. Not looking forward to getting my mech shot up here, so I think we'll put you, or try you, in the Warhammer. Unfortunately, that means the Crusader's stuck as the Crusader, because 5 more tons don't get me nothing. And anything else would be a lot more, except for the Cataphract. He's got a 42. No, see, that Crusader's a lot better than that. We'll leave him in that, I think. Yeah, he's good. We'll go down, actually. There you go. That means I can go up 10. Get him a little bit of experience. Yeah, in the Bazzy. I do wish I was going in with an Atlas. This one can get arduous. That just means I gotta play it different.
One of the more tanks. Destroy it.
Prepare for battlemech departure. Warning. Hangar doors opening. Stand clear.
I have no idea where that came from.
Reactor online.
There are no tanks here.
Online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Commander, the communications disarray caused by the Comstor HPG relay station's destruction has allowed us to land on Sarna undetected. but I'm still not getting any responses on the Federated Suns wideband. The only thing we're detecting is a faint SOS signal from the 5th Certis Fusilier. I've marked its approximate location on your HUD. If there are any Federation forces out there, we need to make contact with them ASAP if we are to have any hope of surviving this deep into Capellan territory. But be on your guard, Commander. This SOS signal could be a trap.
I see 5 mechs and 3, 4 tracked. I guess they're tracked. It could be turrets. The deal is you want as many of them still surviving as you possibly can. Come the end of this. We'll take the wider passage here. Yeah, this is the wider passage. Pieces and parts of warship. Or dropship. I got mechs peeling off to the sides, but pretty much keeping up. One of the reasons I brought the Basilisk is it does in fact have the ECM.
Members of the Fusiliers, transmitting IFF frequencies to them now. Let's go up and introduce ourselves.
Incoming mechs, stay where you are. Your IFF says you're with the 2nd Cruises Lancers. Why are the Lancers here on Sarna?
The Lancers aren't here in force, it's only us. We're here on special assignment from Marshal Jackson Davion. We have an urgent matter to discuss with General Hearthstone.
He's gone. We believe he's been KIA.
What about Colonel Harkness?
Definitely KIA. His Marauder was bombarded by Inferno missiles. When he tried to punch out, Inferno gel poured into his cockpit and burned him alive.
Who's in charge here then?
You're looking at her. Captain Alana Damu, 5th Certis Fusiliers, 1st Battalion. And as much as I would love to know why you're here, that is going to have to wait. We've got bigger problems at the moment. We're waiting on our salvage teams to strip this Gazelle for any surviving provisions. We're not going to make it much longer if we can't salvage as much of its supplies as we can.
As you can see, not a lot there. Tinfoil.
We're detecting Liao forces converging on our position. They must have tracked your approach here. Lancers, my men are exhausted and stretched to the brink. I cannot afford to lose any more of them. Help us fight through this with minimal losses, and I'll see what I can do about helping you with your special assignment.
We're on it, Captain.
New target, Marauder.
I am up to the task.
Good, start shooting.
Target acquired.
Sticky button.
Bringing more Liao forces on approach. Captain Damu, do you have dropship support to extract your unit?
No.
Thanks
Our
for the back
dropship
shot.
support was destroyed in low orbit shortly after we made planetfall. We've been tracking down and salvaging whatever supplies we can from as many of the downed support dropships we can find. I'll be straight with you. After a solid month of dodging hostile forces, we're on our last legs.
What happened here?
Sarna was a trap. Our MEO intelligence was completely inaccurate. They said that the system was only defended by a few regiments of militia with possible light mech reserve support. What we ended up getting was all 4 regiments of Mechwarriors armored cavalry. They waited for us to make planetfall before attacking our dropships as they tried to return to a low orbit, trapping all of us on this rock. Then, their mech and vehicle forces pinned us against the Grey River and slaughtered everyone. Only a handful of us were able to make it out. If we don't secure these supplies, we won't last much longer. What you see here is pretty much all that's left of the 5th Certus Fusiliers.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Target is confirmed.
New target Panther.
PPCs in the back aren't fair. Get out the way, little buddy.
Target destroyed.
Have you attempted to contact any jump ships at the Sarna jump point?
We've tried multiple times, but the Confederation have seemed to blanket the entire system in some sort of thick electromagnetic field that's completely scrambling anything that isn't short-range communications on planet.
That would explain why we weren't reading anything on the wideband on our burn into the system.
Yeah, nice try to fool me.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
I can't do that, boss.
Target assassin.
That must be one of the tanks we're contracted for.
Again, there are no tanks that are enemy tanks. Battlemechs.
New target.
Have at him, noob. Bad shot.
On our burn towards the system, we caught the news saying that you blokes took out the local HPG station.
I don't believe that for a second, no matter what the Confederation's state-run news says. The HPG was our only hope of contacting anyone off-world about our dire situation here. It makes no sense that we would destroy the only means of saving ourselves. With Liao shooting down our dropships and the HPG destroyed, we have no way of contacting anyone off-planet. Whoever destroyed the HPG most likely condemned us all to death.
Yeah, something seemed fishy about that. You have to be absolutely mental to even think about crossing Comstar and their HPG stations. Last time someone tried, the entire Free Worlds League found themselves without interstellar communications for almost a year. And they only got it back because their Captain General capitulated to Comstar's every demand.
You do a lot of talking in these episodes. I'm sorry. They got to get the story out, you know?
That VTOL is on our list of targets. Let's make our quarter.
New target Raven. Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Too far.
Target destroyed.
New target Victor.
Sure, I'll go take one. A Victor. Warhammer back behind him, but actually shoot him in the back. Like an ally would.
Heavily damaged.
Target destroyed.
Fight got messy real quick, didn't it? Uh-oh. Wasn't hitting anybody with it anyway.
One of our assigned targets is flying in.
Reporting. Requesting
not flying, he's falling.
New target, Locust.
Target's trashed.
Target acquired.
I got him.
New target, Trebuchet.
Captain Damu, I'm showing no further enemies on scope. It looks like we are in the clear.
Your Lancers really pulled through for us. Thank you. Stick around till we're done here, then follow us. We'll talk about Marshal Davian's special assignment for you once we reach our encampment. Word of advice, though, lose the dropship. Keep it suborbital if you need to relocate. The Big Mac will shoot you out of the sky if they think you're assisting us. Whether you like it or not, you're stuck in the trenches with us till this is all over.
So 5 mechs and 1 tank. So lost 3 tanks. They don't count. Considering they had tinfoil armor. Yeah, my whole job there was just like a defense, taking it away from pounding the city and make them pound me instead. And look, that seemed to have worked. A little bit of char, but not much damage really. 15 points gets me a quick draw. And not much else, so we'll take the quick draw for the 3 million. Well, 3.4 million. I'll take my 1 more point of something. Might as well be one of them. Not bad for spinning around and stuff, although Holder could have done better in his quick draw. Yeah, I generally think they could do a lot better than that. He didn't even take much damage. Huh. Sent you to school for all that? So we get an extra pilot, and 2,500 points, and 1.3 million. Not shabby. And then, just for the record, that was 3.4 we got for this guy. Actual money, 1.9. Repair all. Next mission doesn't show here, so $37 days. Plenty of time. You guys writing this stuff down? And I actually do have it written down, but I don't refer to it. Oops, I don't need to do that. Because I know it's enough. So, mission briefing. I'm at 23 minutes. I'll run one more. Mission briefing. Yada yada yada. Captain Damu says all this stuff. And she's about to get wild on the next one, so. .69 square kilometers, 0 days. That's an issue because it means time doesn't progress and my mechs don't get repaired. Yada yada yada. The mech, the only one sitting back is the Atlas A, but it's a mech. We'll continue. We'll take all the money we can, all the salvage we have to. I really don't play for salvage much. I'm only off by 5 tons. We're gonna stick with it. Maybe not. Yeah, he's a maybe +5 on that. We'll let him stick with it. I want him staying there. I really should start switching people over to assault mechs because they need the affinity for the last couple missions. so that they're good for them. Although really, we'll muddle through one way or the other, even without the affinity. And keep in mind, when I say affinity, it means really training. I mean, you wouldn't take an A6 pilot and drop them into an F-16 without sending them back to training, and that takes a lot of time and effort. We could. It would be very expensive in both machinery and pilots, because they'd be going crazy. And streaming their way into the ground with a nice little death spiral. Let's go ahead and do this next mission. Whoops, we're on that next mission. Ready. Sorry, there was a slight pause there, as you guys wouldn't have noticed. Gotta do those OPA things. Notice how these arms come down on the on those two? Here, watch again. Hero mechs. Drop arms. Write that down. Some of them do, anyway. They're just animated. Kinda cool. If you hadn't noticed that, you can thank me later. I first noticed it with the kobold. Here we go.
Attention.
Pretty mech.
Prepare for battlemech departure. Warning. Hangar doors opening. Stand clear.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
We're coming up on the ruins of the HPG relay station. I've marked the map with the last known location of the Fusiliers transponders being sent. After they all went rogue, be sure to be on your guard and watch your backs. McCarran's armored cavalry is still breathing down our necks, looking to finish us off for good. Let's go find our answers.
I just punched up ECM. Oh, it says it down there on the bottom square, but I don't have a circle for, you know, being protected by it. Weird. I've never been able to evaluate because it's, of course, impossible. Just to wonder how good that is,
Target Griffin.
or not.
I see them. Whoever they aren't with the Fusiliers. This is Captain Alana Damu of the 5th Certus Fusiliers. Who the hell are you, and why are you using our transponder signals?
Well, she sounds pissed.
We serve a purpose much higher than yours, my child. I regret you coming here. Now I'm afraid I cannot allow you to leave this place alive. Die, knowing your sacrifice will usher humanity into a new golden era.
Screw that and screw you! I don't have any plans on dying today, but I do plan on dismantling you imposters piece by piece until you tell me what I want to know.
That matches the class of beetle we're after. Take it out.
It's Chopper. Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Target acquired.
This guy dances well. Doing some of my own dancing there, thank you.
Critical.
Yes, it is. It's critical that I have an AC-10 instead of something that makes heat.
New target Shadowhawk. Critical.
Pretty much turns into a free-for-all pretty quickly, doesn't it?
I got him.
Yeah.
Yeah, enemy vehicle destroyed.
New target Assassin.
Well, see if I can actually hit him up close.
Don't even realize you were nothing more than a pawn in
Nope.
someone else's game.
Wasting ammunition.
And I'm sure that ominous word vomit spewing from your mouth is supposed to actually mean something.
System offline.
Oh, I'm running high. Dropship just left. Usually means more guests are coming. Not sure if I killed it or something else did. Didn't get that one. Let's go over this way, guys.
Your first friend sent you here to die.
Another dropship, so 8 more.
Not the first time the Fusiliers have heard that one.
Clear some of these guys out first.
Reporting. Sensor contact. Service nuke. Target destroyed.
Ooh, good landing on me. So that's what an HPG facility looks like, huh?
Target acquired.
Ah, but it's true. Hans Campion wishes to see your Duke's prized Certus Fusiliers. Offered up to House Leo as a blood sacrifice. Retaliation for Duke Michael Hasek-Davian's treachery, selling Federation secrets directly to Maximilian Leo.
Stand behind this rock for a while. That's where he was going. Let's get out of the way. Gee whiz. Check out the mech that's going behind us all. Get SRM blocked.
That's a fairly active imagination you have there. The Confederation's ambassador to New Certus kidnapped our Duke and took him to Sion, where Max Liao executed him in cold
Not
blood.
good, not good.
Duke
Gotta open this
Hasek-Davian
fight
was
up a little
patriot
bit.
to the entire Federated Sons and died at the hands of a madman.
Too much jump going on. My frame rates are staying up.
System offline.
I'll take that for a Griffin.
Incoming missile.
Killing us won't matter. You will never make it on Sarna alive.
Critical.
I'm showing no more targets on our scopes. Looks like they're all down.
Good. Bring the support infantry out and take in as many prisoners as possible. Rip each and every one of them out of their mechs. I want answers, and we aren't going to get any if we don't bring these imposters in alive.
There is a book series on this battle, and the bottom line is it was very bloody and very nasty. And when you have that context in mind, Elena Damu is correct by lore in her frustration, anger, and thirst for revenge. And typically, mercenaries played no part in that kind of thing because they themselves wanted to be treated as a proper prisoner of war. So, I really want the Griffin because it's worth more money, but I want that SRM ST as well. So I'm going to take it first, and then take my 19 points that are still remaining and go huddle in the corner with a 5.2 million C bill assassin. But I'm glad I left pieces and parts of in order to get better salvage money for it later. Nobody carrying double heat sinks by chance? Nope. You're not going to find them in this. It's just not historically correct. Date-wise. Don't ask me how I've got so many double heat sinks, because they came in hero mechs and I just redistributed. Sharing the wealth, as it were. That and also double heat sinks were actually out there. They just lost the tech to make them again. So, if you can believe that. Not bad damage overall. Let's see how we're looking here. Well, oh, finally got a cantina mission. Where am I standing? 8.5? Pretty cool. We're gonna get there soon. Speaking of cantina missions and how we're doing, what do we got here? We didn't even look. Just as well. Panthers don't really, they're not part of the Leal yeah, Leal doesn't have them. Capellan Confederation, sorry. Capellan, however Rihanna pronounces it. I'm looking at 36 minutes in, so I'm going to go ahead and end this by doing the repairs in the cell, of course. Yeah, 2.8. That's not bad from the said 5.4. We'll do a repair all. And like usual, I'll take a look over left-hand side for... No, so it's not going to be too quick. Timeline says I got 40 days. And everything will be repaired, including the Atlas A. So, you'll see that in the next episode of Opa Plays MechWarrior 5. Until then, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and come back for the next mission, because that's going to be a real kicker. Till then, Opa's out.